Welcome back. This is my second video in my Nature Incarnate preview. In this video, we're going to be talking about the spoiled Hearth-Vigil board. So before we get started, it's important to point out that although this is the board that we see posted right now, these boards are subject to change. Nothing is finalized, so even though it may look like this, it may look completely different down the road. But it's still fun to kind of speculate what we can do with what we're spoiled with. So first off, let's take a look at the artwork. You got this little this dog here, got these weird looking purple yellow eyes. I don't know what to make about this artwork. I've been pretty positive about the artwork overall. I think this one, it's not really resonating with me, but I know a lot of my play group really is excited about what this spirit can do and just how it looks. It is this Hearth-Vigil is a 1/1/1. 1/1/1. That means it's always placing presence on growth, regardless of what you're taking. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 10 spots and then possibly an 11 spot here. It'll be interesting to see if all of these spots are covered, or what does that mean? Because if you have 10 spots on the tracks, all spirits are given, I believe it's 3 tokens to be built with, or 3 presence tokens, or scratch all of that. You have 13 presence. So usually you either start with 1 and then have 12 on your board. In this case, you have between 10 and possibly 11 on the board. Assuming this Gather 1 Dahan is either covered up, you might actually have to gain that. That'd be horrible if you could, but you might. So that means you're either starting with between 2 and 3 presents on the board, or you might have some presents destroyed, which is pretty interesting. Let's look at the special rules here. The first one, it says rooted in the community. It says Dahan added in your lands does not destroy presence if Dahan are present. Ravage actions destroy Dahan before Blight destroys presence and cascades. I'm very certain this is a typo. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to say Blight, because that would make this a lot more, make this ability have some sense. So what that means is whenever Blight is added to lands with presence, if that land has Dahan, the Blight doesn't kill presence. So it kind of sounds like Hearth-Vigil is a Blight style spirit, is what I'm guessing. It says fortify Heart and Hearth while in your lands. So that means lands with your presence. Dahan have +4 health and can't be damaged, destroyed, or replaced by events and Blight cards, Blight card actions. This ability here is why I think Hearth-Vigil is going to get a lot of play, and I think it's why I love seeing this spirit. Because now, let's say I have this hypothetical board. Let's say Sands is building. Let's say they build, now they're ravaging. And let's say Spirit A here. Let's say Spirit A cannot deal with land F1, and they're going to lose their Dahan. Well, Hearth-Vigil now can be like, oh, let me help you out. Put a presence in there. And now each of these Dahan will have 6 health, assuming there's a presence there, of course. And yes, you'll get the Blight, but now the Dahan will be able to trade back, fully killing the land, and you won't lose Dahan. It's going to be very interesting to see what combos people come up with this ability and a lot of the existing spirits. One of the things that comes to mind would be Hearth-Vigil and River, right? Travel River, moving Dahan around, creating more Dahan for Hearth-Vigil so that Hearth-Vigil can take advantage of that +4 health. And then you have Loyal Guardian. When all Dahan leave one of your lands, your presence may move with those Dahan. Now, it's important to point out it says when all Dahan, which is very different than Thunderspeaker, who says your presence may move with Dahan. So, in order to move presence out with Dahan, all of the Dahan must leave, while Thunderspeaker can just move one presence with one Dahan. Let's see, what else? Let's look at the left innate. It says warn of impending conflict. It has tons of different thresholds, and essentially it's scaling the number of Dahan. And it says one Dahan in one of your lands does damage before invaders. Then it says 2. Then it says all in one of your lands. And then if you get the 5/3, it says all Dahan in all of your lands. Oh no, where'd it go? There it is. I think this innate is going to have so much potential for very cool combos, especially with spirits like Snake or anything that can give those elements, because that means all Dahan and lands with your presence get to ravage ahead of the invaders. That's like a million defends, or I guess defends equal to the number of presence you have on the board. So Very, very cool to see what people can do and what combos. I'm immediately thinking Snake or Memory, stuff like that. Keep watch for new incursions. This allows you to kind of fast gather Dahan, and then it says once this turn after invaders are added or moved into target land, 1 damage per Dahan in target land to those added or moved invaders only. This is like a pseudo call to guard. It's something like that, is how I interpret it. I envision this as like the Dahan have like bow and arrows and are like sniping enemies that move into an adjacent land or the land that you're targeting with the ability. Overall, I'm really excited for this spirit. This is one of the 4 spirits I spent a lot of time on. A lot of my play group really play tested the heck out of this guy, and we're all very comfortable with not only its power level, but also just how it plays out. It's a very fun and interesting spirit, and I think a lot of people are going to not only resonate with this spirit, but also just, I mean, everything looks great. Like the cards look great, just everything. So I'm just very excited to finally get a picture of him and just to finally get the nice board and just see everything laid out. It's awesome because we've been working for I think it's 11 months on this project. So to see it finally come to fruition has been awesome. So I'll continue to post Nature Incarnate videos down the line. Hopefully I'll have some time in between work to get those out in a reasonable manner. I'll see you guys in the future.